Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? It is... Why does it feel darker? I don't know what's going on. Every time I... Oh, that's why. There we go. Welcome to the garage. It is a mess. It is a mess right now. It is a mess. Yeah, it is. It's a mess. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone doing today? A hammer. This is what happens when you finish something at like sundown and you just kind of like, I'm just going to throw everything in the garage and I'll deal with it tomorrow. And future me will deal with it. And now I am future me. And future me is like, past me is an idiot. I don't like past me. Past me is evil. 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 It's always a mess in my garage. Yeah, you know what's funny? I get it cleaned up. And then when it gets all cleaned up, it's like, hey, look at this room I can make into a mess. I don't need the drill over here. Drill could go over here. I've had a very productive week, though. I will say I've had a very productive week. I've got my shed built. I've spent the last couple days in the backyard building a shed. I now have a shed, which now means, are you ready? Are you ready, kids? Are you ready, kids? The 8-second delay is really ruining the prompt. Yes, yes. There we go. Aye, aye, Captain. Look. Look. Do I have it zoomed in or zoomed out? I think I have it zoomed in. Can I zoom out? Does it zoom out? That's out all the way. Wow, I need to get a wider angle now. Say hello to the work area, or at least part of it. I really got to organize this. I got to figure out how camera angles are going to work over here now. Welcome to the other side of the garage. The reason I built a shed is so I could take all the stuff that was stored over on this side of my garage, move it to the other side so I could push it on. Wow, we're doing all the SpongeBob references. We're going to take everything that was over here and we're just going to push it over there. So I pushed it into my shed. So the bikes are gone, the lawnmower is gone, the yard stuff is gone. I still have some stuff on a shelf over there, but that's out of the way. And this is all kind of temporary because I will be building some proper shelving instead of just, you know, random tables I had lying around and plastic stuff. But this is where the Venture XL will live. This is where the CNCs will live. This will be a paint / sanding booth at some point. We have a laser down there that is kind of effed up. Good thing Creality sent me another one. And I have an angle grinder, or like a pedestal grinder. I forgot I had a pedestal grinder. It's broken, but I have one. That's cool. So yeah, that was the weekend, is building the shed and getting that area of the garage kind of all set up. So today, what are we doing today? Well, you see, are you ready? Are you ready? Today, we're gonna be doing a couple things. One, I got to get the Venture XL set back up for printing so that we can continue to print stuff for the droid. So there's that. 2, I have all the parts needed to build Tito, the little astromech robot, which will be this weekend's video on the channel. But before I do that, I want to test putting together part of it because I want to build a little tank. So we're going to do a little robot building. So get the Venture XL printing, build a little robot tank, plan out where we're going to put everything on the other side, because I'm going to have to, I gotta build a better wall. I gotta un-Gorbachev this shit. I gotta build the wall. Bearded Printer gifted a community membership. Cheers and appreciate it. Cheers. Remember, best way to support the channel, content I create, and the things I do is become a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool like Bearded Printer there, gifting memberships to others. Best way to support the channel. But if you just want free shit, because I know some people just show up for the free stuff, and I'm okay with that. Just make sure you leave the stream on. If you go down to the video description, scroll down, video description, you can enter for your chance to win a spool of POLYMAKER filament. Every stream we give away a spool. of POLYMAKER filament. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. While you're down there, don't forget to check out some of the other links. Affiliate links don't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs link, use code Canuck, save some money, get some gloop, get some, go buy a tube. Go buy a tube. Tube Hotends. Also, why is everyone's name all screwed up in chat? Why am I seeing like your account name, not your name? Is there something on my end I need to do now? Did YouTube change settings on my end? Details. Is there a setting that I need to enable or something now to show your names? Live chat replay, live chat summary, leaderboard. Anyone can participate. No message delay, redirect. No, there's nothing on my end. There's nothing on my end. No, it just, the names in chat, I'm seeing a lot of, it just seems different. Like, I don't, is it Apulo? Is it always Apulo 1? I don't know. It just seems like the chat names are like account names, not like name names. That is your username. Did it always have the @ in front of it? Yeah, like TJL-WTF. I'm seeing a lot of dash names there, which I normally assume are bot names on YouTube. Is my chat infested with clankers? Is my chat infested with clankers? Put a 1 in chat if you're a meat popsicle. Put a 1 in chat if you're a meat popsicle. Put a 0 in chat if you're not sure. Put a 2 in chat if you're a clanker. That'll work. You can tell I was working on the dome of the R2 or the R unit, the astromech. What does the R and R2D2 stand for? Because I know, like, for the astromechs, the R is like the model number. So R1 series, R2 series, R3. What does the actual R stand for? Does it stand for something? Multipass. Lilo Dallas multipass. Oh my god, there is so much room over here now. There is so much room for activities on the other side of the garage now. I have more room on that side of the garage than I do on this side now. Ribbit? Yeah. So, I'm building this little guy, okay? I'm building a, I'm planning on building, now that the Gundam is done, I want to do another build, another big build on the channel. This will take longer than the Gundam, that's for sure. I have no set time period. The Gundam, I had to have it done by a certain time, which was 3D Printopia. With the Astromech, I don't really have a timeline other than, hey, it would be cool to have it done for 3D Printopia next year. So I can like bring it and I can hang out with all the other Astromech guys there. But that's going to be a long project. So in the meantime, I'm going to be doing lots of other little electronics builds, kind of like practice. Think of them as little practice builds to get used to building droids and little like adding systems to stuff. And this is the little guy I'm going to be building. It's called Tito. But I actually have a bunch of extra parts printed up because I have extra motors that will allow me to build a just the drivetrain of Tito. So we're gonna be doing that today at some point. But first things first, we gotta get the Venture XL printing. So let me grab some Allen keys, go over to the other side of the garage and get it all set up so that we can have some fun making stuff. And then also, if you guys want, I could talk about the P2S, my thoughts on it. I don't really have much. I watched a couple videos. I watched Tom's video, Tom Sandlatter's video, made with layers. So I watched his whole video and then I kind of skimmed through another couple videos. I don't know. I sensed a trend with the reviews. A lot of the same was like, hey, the P2S makes the X1 obsolete. Is a carbon reborn? Oh, can it replace the X1C? They took the P2, they took the P series, they took some gubbins from the H series, and they put the gubbins from the H series in the P series, with probably like maybe the controller board from the X series. I don't know. It's an incremental upgrade. It's better than the old one. For people that complain that Prusa have VSAs, apparently the P2S has VFA for days. This is a picture from Tom's video that I took, a screenshot. But like, yeah, it's for people that want something that prints. They don't care about it. Like, it's the Mac. Bambu is the Mac of 3D printers. You buy it because you don't want to do anything with it. You just want what it does. So for me, who likes tinkering and having full control over their machines and being able to do whatever the heck I want with my machines, it's my machine. Let me use it the way I want to use it. Don't tell me how to use my property. I really don't care about Bambus anymore. They don't interest me. They're not exciting. They're a MacBook. They work. Some people really like them. But I want to be able to change my video card if I want to. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm getting less and less excited with Bambus. They're becoming very bland. They're becoming very bland. I don't know how you can make a printer bland. Here, let me actually set up the tablet here so I can see you guys while I'm over there. It seems like they're becoming very bland. YouTube. I found a tablet. It's a crappy tablet, but I should be able to pull up chat so I can watch you guys. Or, well, I'm over there. I don't want to, no. Yeah, that's my account. Live stream. There we go. Oh, I have an ad. Okay, everyone watch the ad so I can make the money off of this ad while you watch the ad. Okay, so we're all gonna make some money here. I'm gonna make 2 cents. 2 ads? Oh my God. I better get like 4 cents from this. There we go. Look at the frame rate on this thing. Look at the frame rate on this thing. Here. Chat filter. No, I don't want the chat filters. I want to be able to gear. Quality. Advanced. Let's go down to 240p. Oh my God, that frame rate. But I can see chat, so we're good. We're good. We're good. Mac guy, also a DI printer guy through and through. Yeah, but you know what I mean though. You know what I mean when I say it's a Mac. I have the P2S already for 260 hours, not good for ABS. Yeah, I watched Tom's video. Dude had to take a freaking hole saw to it to drill a hole in it so that it would vent properly. It seems like they really don't want to enclose their printers well. They really don't want to enclose their mid-range enclosed printers well. Like, it's because ABS gums up the system. They don't want to deal, they don't want people printing ABS. It's a gummy plastic. But then they go ahead and they put a filter in it so that it will properly like filter out everything. But then all it does is just recirculate the air in the printer. So the moment you draw air in from outside to regulate the temperature, it just forces all that dirty air inside out through all the cracks into the environment instead of passing it through the filter. It's like, what the heck? And then the VFAs, the fact that they released it to the reviewers, and you know, going off of Joel's video, 3D Printing Nerd, he only had it for a week. So everyone who had these printers had 1 week to crash out a review video. That is not enough time to do a review video. I'm sorry, 1 week? These aren't review videos. These are initial impressions, thoughts and opinions. You cannot review a 3D printer in a week. I am sorry. You need at least a couple weeks. 1 week is not enough. I'm hoping some reviewers had it longer than a week. But Joel's a pretty big name, and he had it for a week, he said. That's not enough time to review a printer properly. That's enough to go, hey guys, look, it makes stuff. And here's the spec sheet. Not like, oh, hey, after like 1,000 hours, the fans die. Or, you know, like these are issues that crop up. So many printers have issues that crop up weeks, months into the use case. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and the poop chute. They should have put a little flap on the poop chute. Yeah, people drag the hell out of the Core 1s for the VFAs. Meanwhile, this is flagship P2S on release. Guys, you could have left it in the oven a little longer and finished the program, because people are like, oh, they'll release an update in firmware. How about you fix it before you release it? Like the VFA issue with the Pruses I get, because I have 2 Core 1s. I only have like very minor issues with one of them. But like every video I skimmed through with the P2S was they were all talking about the print quality being kind of eh. So watch Vector tore it right down. I don't know how they have so many custom components in those machines. It's not VFAs, it's the silhouette of the Alps. It's okay. So they aim the P2S specifically at cosplay people and prop makers. So this way, when you print your object, it already has the sandpaper built into it so you can smooth the surface. So you just print 2 of the same thing and you just rub them together and they'll smooth each other out. No, this is vertical. This is vertical. This print was printed vertical. You can see, and look at the ghosting. Look at that ghosting. So yeah, I freaking Temu ad. We'll fix it in post. Yeah. So again, Formnext is next month. That's when most people release stuff, is Formnext. Bambu's putting out a lot of stuff leading up to Formnext. I got a feeling they're not announcing stuff. They're afraid of what other people are announcing. I really want to know what they think is coming out. I really want to know what's coming on Formnext, because I got a feeling it's got him scared. But that's, you know, let me put on the right hat for it, because I acknowledge it. It is tinfoil hatty as shit. But I got a feeling somebody is announcing, or multiple people are announcing stuff at Formnext, and they're trying to lock people in before it. Why else would you release your flagship printer in like your next big printer, the H2D, in like August, then release like the single nozzle version right after, while you also announce the better version of the H2D right after, and then rush out a P2S upgrade? It very much seems like, oh shoot, we need to lock it in. Also, apparently you can't even buy them in America. Bambu Lab. Apparently you can't even buy them. I'm in the Canadian site. P2S is, okay, so it's an $800 printer Canadian, and then $1,050 for that. USA? Yeah, you can't even buy it in the US yet. Like, that sucks. Hey, I'm not saying I'm going to do this, but I happen to live pretty close to the American border. Okay. So, I have drones. I have access to a boat. Winter is coming. The lake will freeze over. It freezes over thick enough to support a vehicle. If anyone needs a little something, just you know, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out in Minecraft, in Grand Theft Auto. Okay. I think more. Yeah, honestly, I got a feeling there's like how's the. Oh god, this is gonna be annoying. There we go. My personal tinfoil hat theory is maybe Creality, maybe somebody else, but I got a feeling the U1 spooked them. I got a big feeling the U1 spooked them, and because the U1 spooked them, they are trying to, because they went all in. Bambu's not doing tool changing, or at least they haven't showed any tool changing developments yet. because it would require them to disregard their entire ecosystem, right? Their entire ecosystem isn't tool changers. It's single nozzle multi-material setups, right? They've gone all in on single nozzle, AMS driven multi-material setups. And I got a feeling that, you know, once people start getting their hands on tool changers and realizing, because they've sold everyone now on multicolor. Bambu has sold everyone on multicolor, right? Multicolor printing wasn't really a big thing until Bambu. And again, that's a good thing. I'm not, you know, it's great that a lot of people got into printing and whatnot, but they put all their eggs into this basket. And I have a feeling that them coming out, like they already goofed once, okay? And by goofed, I mean, they've already had to do, announce the end of something and then immediately backtrack. And what I'm referring to is bed flingers. You know, their initial blog post, I don't know if the blog post is still up on their website. Their initial blog post on their website was like, hey, no more bed flingers. And then their next printer was a bed flinger. So for them to come out and be like, yeah, single nozzle multi-material setups suck, buy our tool changer, is just kind of like spitting in the face of everyone who they've sold their current ecosystem on. So, you know, tinfoil hat and all, it kind of seems a lot like that. What is Vortec? Vortec is a nozzle swapping system. It's not a tool changer. You still need AMS systems. You still have to cut the filament. You still have to do the long retract and the long feedback. All it does is make it so that you don't have to deal with cross-contamination, because each individual nozzle will already be preloaded with whatever filament. But you still need 2 AMS units. So you need to buy you're gonna pay for the price of an H2D, plus probably like another $500 to $1,000 for the H2C parts on top of that, plus 2 AMS units, because it's 6 colors for the Vortex system, plus the one on the nozzle, on the other nozzle. So it's 6 plus 1, that's 7, so you need 2 AMS units. The Vortex is not a tool changer, it's a nozzle swapping system, so that way you still have to cut the filament, go dock, swap out the nozzle, pull the filament, the old filament out of the tool head, feed the new filament in. You're not gonna be able to do flexibles unless it's like a specialty flexible. It's like, this doesn't solve the problem, dog. This is, hey, let's do index, but not do any of the things that make index great. So, yeah. Core 1 multi-material. Well, you can do multi-material in the Core 1. If you want to do it the dinosaur way, you could do it with an MMU3, which works. And personally, I like the MMU3 over the AMS, because it does 5 instead of 4, and it uses a little bit less waste. Because while it does have to do tip forming and you take a little bit of a penalty in reliability, personal experience, I haven't really noticed many reliability issues. I've noticed as many reliability issues with my MMU3 as I did with the AMS system. Simple as that. And it uses less filament because you don't have to purge out the stuff that's cut off in the nozzle. And it's actually a little bit faster too, I noticed. And you got 5 colors versus 4, so. It's a Venture XL. The Venture XL is a FISEC kit. It's not a Phoenix. It is not a Index. It's not by Voron. But it's a big dumb printer, and I need to do big dumb printer stuff, so it works pretty good for that. I need to enclose it. I sent an email off to a company near me that does ACM panels, and I'm hoping they respond, because I would really like to get some custom ACM panels for this thing. It's a Phoenix, pretty much. Did I print the Fibron ASA CF08 yet? I did. It's beautiful. I have the prints downstairs. That Fibron prints beautifully. I love it. I love it. There we go. So this is my super ghetto setup. This is like a bracket off of some random bed flinger. And then I screwed and glued on a cutoff, it's the filament guide from a Prusa. So I just kind of put this on the frame so it guides the filament. So I put the roll on a bench next to the printer. It feeds up through this spool hole, empty spool, through the guide down to the tool head. Because I need something that will, I don't want to put the big spools on top of the printer, but I need something to guide the filament up and over. So yeah, it works. It works actually surprisingly well. There we go. There we go. Okay, home. Oop, why did I hit home X? I meant to hit home all. I could do corrugated plastic sheets for now. My problem is this is my garage door right here. So I can't open the garage door when the printer's printing. Otherwise it basically like blocks everything or it lets in all the breeze, and hitting it with a breeze is not a good idea when you're printing big stuff. So that's a bit annoying. Taking down the, we will. What I need to do is this whole wall there, I will show you. So there's the work area. You can see my workbench right there, okay? This is my door that I made, okay? It's a very crappy door. I gotta make it better. The whole idea is basically in the winter, try and trap as much heat on that side as possible. So anyways, this is the shelf. I hung up a tarp and I put some random material that I had. That's like flooring material for tiling. I just had a roll of it. So I kind of just half-assed a solution to block the wind in the winter so that, you know, when the garage door opened, all the heat wouldn't get out. And the little electric heater I have out in the garage wouldn't have to heat up the whole garage, only heat up the area I'm working in. So the plan is I need to actually properly frame it. Right now, I literally just have scrap wood zip tied to it, which isn't a great idea. So what I'm gonna have to do is get some like 2x2s, properly set them in the frame of the wall of the shelf, and then build a proper up, over, down, and then get like heavy duty canvas or something and put that up across, because I don't like the look of the tarp. The tarp also is a bad idea with the CNCs being here, because tarps melt when hot chips get on them. So I kind of don't want that. And a heavy duty canvas is probably a little bit more insulating. So the idea is that side of the garage will be for building stuff and printing. So it's clean workshop area. This side would be the dirty workshop area where we do sanding, CNC stuff, laser stuff. If I need to open the door to vent it out, I can just crack the garage door open and run the exhaust hose underneath. Super simple. I'd rather not have the Venture XL on this side of the garage, but literally this is the only place it fits. It is flipping huge. It's a meter cubed basically. And literally this is the only place I can have it. Simple as that. I have no other option for where I put the Venture XL. Quit showing me ads. I want to see chat. Large fire blanket. I have some moving blankets I may use. But for now, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay, let's get some filament out of the dryer. So this has been in the dryer for a couple days now. Unfortunately, my Home Depot bucket modified dryer doesn't get as hot as I would like, but it still gets, you know, it gets like 55. I was hoping it would get to 70. Where did I put my rollers? Oh God, did I lose the rollers already? I had them in my, oh, here they are. There we go. Remove the garage door, put up walls, and voila, you have it. So I do like having the garage door, because if I ever need to move the Venture XL somewhere else other than my house, I could just go out the garage door. Plus, it's still my garage. I have my ladder in here. It's my garage. I still use it. But it'd be nice to have it separated into like an area where, you know, in the winter, I only need to worry about heating up this area. That area, I can let it get colder. I don't care as much. Summer, same thing. I will be getting a couple more bags of bat insulation to insulate the attic at some point. It's kind of annoying right now. There's like 3 companies I'm waiting on like commission payouts from. And they're all like delayed right now. And it's a bit annoying. So if you want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member. It's appreciated. Lots of people convert the garages to living spaces. It is a thing. I know people that do it in my area. The thing is, my garage, you can't connect your garage to your household AC or cooling system at all, because it's a garage, carbon monoxide. You would have to basically turn the garage into a full living area. I have insulation in the walls. I do have vapor barrier up and everything. When I finished the garage, I did put up vapor barriers and everything. I just didn't insulate the attic because I got screwed over by like 3 or 4 companies saying they'll come out and do blown-in insulation, and they either like ghosted me or refused to come out or whatever. So I have like some insulation in the attic, but I gotta properly insulate it before winter comes. GNS 867. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Cheers and appreciate it. Okay, let's go. Let's set something up on the printer and get it printingly. Who wants to print things printingly? I want to print things printingly. So, got that. Let me grab my spools. Where did I put them? Over here. Yeah, I was hoping I could just, you know, have a company come out, pay them a couple $100, and they would just, you know, with the blown-in insulation gun. But every company I talked to basically said, oh yeah, we'll totally come out. We'll come out. But the problem is my garage is only like 300 square feet, right? So the attic space is only like 300 square feet. So for a lot of companies, by the time they come out here, set everything up, and get ready to go, it's like not worth it. The amount they charge per square footage wouldn't be enough to make up for it. So essentially half the companies I spoke to gave me the kids plug your ears, the fuck off price, where it's basically like, yeah, we're gonna quote you, but we're gonna quote you a price that just makes it so you're not gonna go with us. And if you've ever worked in the industry, in certain industries, you know that's a thing. In certain industries, that's just a thing. And unfortunately, insulation is one of those industries, I guess. So, yeah. I have this big heavy block of steel. This, I don't know, this was something in the mold shop. I don't know, I think it was like somebody's DIY mounting plate. The sides are ground. Anyways, I stole this, or I didn't steal it, it was in my toolbox. So I use this to prevent the roll from rolling towards the printer. And it gives you a point to square up off of, because the annoying thing when using like free rolling rollers for spools is if they get out of alignment, they jam up. So by using a big heavy chunk of steel, it forces them into alignment. So, hey Tafox. So Taylor's home improvement. I will say it's nice when the client accepts the FO price. Oh yeah, I was willing to pay the FO price for one of the companies. I was ready to pay the FO price because like I need this done. And the thing is, the cost of me having to rent the machine for blown-in insulation. So rent the machine for the blown-in insulation. Rent a vehicle to get it out here for a couple hours, because it's not like I could do like the $33 rent it for an hour thing. It's like, no, I got to rent it for like 4 hours. So rent the machine, rent the vehicle, buy the blown-in insulation, bring it out here, do it all myself. Would have been like $100 less than the FO price from one company. And I still would have had to do it all myself. I also would have had to go up there and put in all the the little baffles myself too, because I don't have any in my garage. So, yeah. Does Home Depot do? Oh yeah, yeah, they do rent it. So they do it for the FL Sun. Hey, if you are in Southern Ontario and you're willing to come out here and do blown-in installation for the cost of a FL Sun Delta that's been collecting dust in my garage for a year, I'm totally down. You got to provide all the material and labor, though. I'm just giving you the printer. You're doing all the work and installing it. 10 cases of expanding. You know how much it costs for spray? Okay, so we're not talking this spray foam. We're not talking like this spray foam. We're talking like it comes in a cardboard box with like 2 bags that you like puncture and mix together. That's like $300-400 a box, unfortunately. Did that purge? Okay, come on. Long, yeah, Southern Ontario. It's right across. I live right across from Detroit. Oh, there we go. Filament load complete. No, it's not. 245. Extrude. Speed. That. Go. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I don't think I unloaded it properly. I might have a slug of partially melted filament in here. Uh-oh. Okay, you know what? Temperature, let's do 265. Can't be stuck if it's liquid. Prime Gaming is going away. What is Prime Gaming? Oh, is those like the free games you get? The top right window in the screen should be placed top left. Oh, yeah, good point. Let me do that. Let me do that. And I'll make it smaller too. There we go. How else are you going to see my collection of greases, oils, and car cleaning products? I got some Mother's polished aluminum wheel cleaner, some Meguiar's headlight coating cleaner, tire foam, brake cleaner, dry shine. Okay, come on. I hate it when this happens. What is going on here? Okay, I have like a slug of non-melted plastic in here. This is really annoying. I may have to pull the nozzle on this and fix this manually. Move. Up. Let me get my tool. We'll just pull the nozzle and oh, here it is. Just pull the nozzle. I hate when this happens. This isn't the first time this has happened. I've had this happen a couple times. It's really annoying when it happens. But essentially, the filament will either break or like just above the melt zone, but still in the hot end, and it like forms a plug. It's kind of annoying. There, let me get the sock off this. It's on the ground. We're good. Okay. Hot. Dang it, that didn't work. Normally, when this happens, I can just take the nozzle out and the little bit of filament comes with it. This case, it did not work. I may have to take the tool head apart. Dang it! Dang it! Dang it, Bobby! I'll just pull the tool head off. Acupuncture needles are great for that. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Turn the printer off. Ooh. I hate when this happens. Yeah, the needles are never, I'd rather just fix it this way. I know it takes longer than just pushing it through. It's just, I don't want to push stuff into the hot end and risk scoring it up, right? Where have I gone? Am I on the right camera? I'm on the wrong camera, shoot. Wrong camera. Yeah, like, yeah, you can push it out, but honestly, half the time, I'd rather not, because I don't want to risk scoring up the inside of the hot end. You know what sucks? I specifically left the screen on so that I could see what you guys see. The hidden cat. I don't have a cat yet. I caught it with my feet and the floor. It's funny. I can feel how much hotter it is on this side of the garage. Okay. Come on. Ah. Does anyone else's stealth burner, the long screws never want to come out as nice? You always have to fight with them. There we go. Okay, let's fix this. Hot. Oh, it's not in there. That ain't good. Shoot. Might need a new PTFE. Yeah, no, it is in the hot end. It is actually in the hot end. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually do the shitty push it out, but I'm gonna make a new PTFE tube because this one's a little mangled. Make some fresh PTFE. Do I have PTFE tube? I got the big stuff. Oh, here it is. Like, I know I have PTFE tubes somewhere. It's just, where? Should have a knife. Might have to run downstairs, grab my knife. Yeah, I gotta run downstairs, grab a knife. I'll be back in 1 second. 1 second. Mana. Mana. Also, I grabbed this because I think some of you guys want to see it. This is the POLYMAKER ASA CF08. And this was printed on a Prusa Core 1 with the E3D Diamondback neck extruder nozzle. And then this is the same stuff. I just did a pause and changed the color halfway through the print. So that is there. What layer lines? What layer lines? It's like, damn. This printed vertically, by the way, like this. Like, damn. Shame about the finish. The finish is beautiful, man. Okay. There we go. All right, put it all back together. Oh, that might be a little too long. That's ever so slightly too long. 1 second. Hey, Maker Viking. What are we doing today? I'm just fixing a quick little clog in the Venture XL. And then we are getting to printing droid parts. Hopefully the filament's dry this time. And then we're going to be building a ribbit for funsies. Thoughts on Starship 11? It was a cool video. Cool. We watched it on Twitch yesterday. We watched it on the Twitch stream yesterday. So if you don't want to miss out, of course I forgot to change the camera. I streamed it on Twitch. So we watched the whole thing. So if you want my opinion on it, check out the stream from yesterday on Twitch. But no, it was it kind of sucked for the fact that it was basically just doing what Flight 10 did again with like a few minor changes, like let's take off even more tiles and do a slightly different flight profile, which is all good data. But, you know, I want them to catch one. They still haven't caught one yet, so. Can't stand Twitch. That's why I do Twitch. Twitch is for the not stuff that I normally do on YouTube. Sometimes I just feel like doing a fun little hangout stream or something. Yeah, it's a tube compact. SpaceX have made space boring. I know. That's like the thing they said. They're like, one day we'll make space boring, and that'll be the goal. I don't like how loose these got. Oh, no, 1 second. Go, you there. Little buoy on the other side. So apparently those buoys, after like, I think it was flight 10 or flight 9, somebody looked up the buoys. They're actually from a company that makes them for boat races. So there's a company that makes those buoys specifically for boat races. And they're basically a bunch of inner tubes stacked. They have a little motor in it and a GPS. So they just have like a little, I think they're battery powered. And they just have like a little trolling motor that can spin 360 underneath it, I think. Or several motors that can spin. But anyways, long story short, it just has some motors under it, and it just stays where it's at. There we go. Okay. So let that heat up. Let me get a 2.5 inch or 1.5 inch Allen key. I'm gonna have to push it out. That's 2 mil. Do I have any long 1.5 millimeters? I don't think I actually do have any long 1.5 millimeters. I don't reach long enough. Well, hopefully filament will do. Heat it up real hot. Well, 1.99. Okay, I really got to get some long Allen keys. Or stop losing my Allen keys. That would probably be a better idea. Stop losing my Allen keys. They have little ones, but they're all little short stubby ones. I don't have long ones that are thin. You know what's funny? I threw out a bunch of acupuncture needles the other day while cleaning up the garage. Just chucked them. Space elevators. Space elevators would be cool, but would be logistically a nightmare. Like, space elevators are logistically a nightmare. And there is just like, you know, if they fail, you end up dropping an elevator across the planet, which usually isn't a good thing. I still have a bunch of leftover gubbins from the kit. Okay, well, let's try shoving filament in. Maybe shoving filament in works. Unlock. Let's turn off the filament sensor. Limits. No. Extrude. Okay, turn that off. No, turn it off. Dang it. Oh, that is hard. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Now we're good. Had to push our way through it. Okay. So we will let that heat up. Put the sock back on. Clean off that. Do a heat tight because I gotta remember to do a heat tight on these because it's hot. Because if you don't heat tight it, you have a bad time. Ask me how I know. Put the nozzle. I will say, props to Luke. Putting the nozzle or putting the sock on this while it's hot is surprisingly easy. This sock, at least in the configuration where I have it right now where it's on a stealth burner, there is so much room for activities around there to put that sock on and off. It works surprisingly well. Like it just kind of, it works. So, yeah. Made my mistake on the first nozzle replacement, bought a whole new Hotend. Oof. Okay, let's load up Orca Slicer. I finally turned off Orca Slicer the other day and like did a full reset. It was not happy. Orca was not happy. Is there a Revo stealth burner? There's a Revo. There's a Revo Voron that you can put in a stealth burner, yeah. Spoiled by Revo. I know. I did that the first time. I've already killed a sock. This sock. I forgot to heat tighten the nozzle. You know how we installed one of these on a stream? You know how we installed one of these on a stream? Here it is. Yeah, I forgot to heat tighten the nozzle. And it got a little messy. So I swapped it to a different one because I have extras. You know what? We will update. I'll update. Yeah, so I had to go find. It is funny. I still have that heat set tool. I made this years ago. It's a 3D printed heat set tool, and it is for the Mosquito Magnum or the Mosquito Hotend. So yeah, I just use this. I've been using this for years for my heat tightening ratchet. Oh yeah, it still works fine. It still works fine. It's just when I switch from the 0.8 nozzle to the 0.6, I just replace the whole hot end instead of just doing the nozzle swap. Because I'm like, you know what? This is all grimy and gunky, and I'm just going to swap it out. Simple as. That is not PLA. That is PETG, I think. ABS, yeah, ABS, you just soak it in acetone and move on with your life. So I got a question for those that pay attention to this stuff, because I don't. Should I be using Arachne or Classic for the movement or whatever, the slicing movement or whatever? Should I be using Arachne or should I be using Classic? Soak it in root beer. Ooh. Been using Arachne. I know, it just, I see some people that are like, Arachne still has some issues with oozing. The filament looks a lot drier, so hopefully I don't have the oozing issue with all the boogers. Okay, so I'll stay with Arachne then. I'll go grab the dome. I'm gonna have to go downstairs to grab some stuff because this controller and this receiver doesn't have batteries, so I'm gonna go grab the other one I already have set up. So put this over here for now. And I gotta grab the battery itself, I think. Yeah. So finish. Okay. slicer. Yeah, that sounds like a CNC kitchen video. Yeah, I will let the Germans do the math. Let them figure it out. Also, I finally broke down and bought like a pack of USB thumb drives. So I have like all new USB thumb drives on all my Prusas instead of a bunch of the generic Prusa drives and USBs I've stolen from other printers. Okay, so prepare. I need to fix this bed. I need to fix the bed or whatever. I really don't care. Okay. So let's do the top, I guess. Yeah, we'll do the top. So 0.3, 0.3, default 0.6, aligned. I'm playing with scarf joints on this one. Arachne, no ironing. Strength is 3 walls, 5 top, 4 bottom, monotonic, 20% infill, cubic. Yes, I hot tighten the nozzle. Freak out. Will the camera freak out? Will the camera freak out? It did. It did. Dang it. Oh, wait. Do I have support enabled? Support. No. Okay, no support. We're good there. It's taking its time slicing. Checking infill. Details. Never. There we go. We're back. What are we printing? Parts for an astromech droid. And then we're going to build a robot. Generate the G code. Come on. It's a big print, so. Come on. %. Come on. You can do it. Okay, while it's doing that, let me go grab some stuff for the other stuff. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you. Gonna need you. You all can stay in here. And let's grab you too, just to have. There we go. There we go. There we go. Who's your good puppy? Are you a good puppy? Yes, you are a good puppy. There we go. What did I knock over? Something fell and I don't know what. Hopefully it was nothing important. That's okay. Hopefully it was nothing important. Anyways. There we go. A day and 16 hours. That'll do. Look at the dome. This is the R6 Astromech dome. So this was the first part I printed. It's all CF PET G. I cleaned up most of the boogers on the inside because the filament was wet and it oozed boogers everywhere while it was printing, but it was pretty easy to clean up. So yeah, this is gonna be a lot of sanding. A lot of sanding. I don't know, where am I gonna put this? You know what, you can go live up here. You go there. You can live up here for now. Top of the Pantheon. It's freaking huge. It's a bucket. Okay, so this is done printing or slicing. So don't think anything needs support. So this is the Mark, for those that know what anything is here with the Michael Baddeley files, this is the R4 simplified, or Mark IV simplified body. So, and it's 1.38 kilograms. Print, upload and print. $300 megabyte file. That's a big one. Okay. So, I should have brought these down so I don't lose them. Okay, who wants to build a robot? Who wants to build a robot? Who wants to build a robot? I have some stuff here. I'm gonna need a hot glue gun because we're gonna cheat with a lot of this. It's like, use a 2-part epoxy to ensure that it, yeah, no dog, we're using glue. Why? Because it's glue. Also, did I tell you my house smells amazing right now? My house, we made turkey. I didn't take any pictures. Why? Because I'm fat and I ate it before I could take pictures. We did a turkey on the rotisserie. And do I have anything on the bed? We're good. We're good. Oh, we're good. I should probably lock down the wheels. Uh-oh. You know what I need to do? I need to reach out to Luke from Big Tree Tech and get his little tool that he uses to raise and lower the feet on the Tower of Power if you watch this week's video. Because doing this by hand sucks. There we go. Yeah, should probably lock down the wheels. I know you can't see me. I'm literally on my hands and knees locking wheels down.
Oh my god, the spiders. There's spiders everywhere.
There we go. Okay. That should be secure. Okay. Yeah, they're the same type of wheels, same type of wheels. Okay. So, let's build this guy. So the instructions for this are pretty simple. So we are basically going to be building just this portion here. And we're going to see if we could drive it around like a tank. That is kind of the idea. We're building a tank. Tanks are cool. We're building a tank. Because what I want to do is use this as a base. Or if this design works, because this prints really easily and requires very cheap hardware to make a little RC tank, I want to use this as a base for a project. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I'm hoping it works. I have this here so I can watch it. So first things first is the instructions on this are very verbose. But we have to install the drive wheels to the hubs. And you're supposed to glue these on. I'm using hot glue. I'm hoping hot glue works. Not Robot Butler. I want to do RC battle tanks, where you literally drive around wearing FPV goggles and you're shooting like gel blasters at each other with them in a little like cardboard city. That's what I want to do. A mini killdozer. That would be fun, but I don't think we can do that. Robot alt. Nah. I mean, if a Raspberry Pi will work in it, I don't think we have enough hardware to fit a GPU in this. Plus, giving AI bodies is probably not the best idea. So these just glue in like that, I believe. I don't know if it really matters which way you go. Because this, how this works, this mounts into here. And then yeah, I think that mounts like that. Okay. So yeah, that's the flat side. Okay, yeah, so that works that way. Okay. So let's see if we can do this with hot glue instead of using 2-part epoxy adhesive. Okay, so that one goes there. Now this one I'm going to try putting the glue in here. Okay. See if that works. See which one of these works better. So captivated by the dude, that was the best artistic thing I've ever done. That thumbnail, that thumbnail it's amazing. I will never top that thumbnail as long as I live. I lost the bit. I lost the bit. Found the bit. LTTstore.com precision screwdriver set. LTTstore.com precision screwdriver set. That's a bit dumb. My friend, that was a funny joke. It is worthy of a sensible chuckle. So these screw into plastic. So anytime you're screwing into plastic, be careful. Last thing you want to do is destroy them. Rip the thread out. That would be bad. How's the print coming? What are we doing right now? Oh, we're heating up. So that goes there. That goes there. I'm hoping this works pretty good. Because if this works as a decent platform for, like, not a combat robot, but a fun little project robot. Because the hardware for this is pretty cheap. You can get 4 of these motors for like 20 bucks. And then it's just like bearings, which you can get like 20 of them for, again, like 15 bucks. And this is Amazon Canada prices. Amazon US is going to be even cheaper. Circle. Okay, I'm gonna go double check on the first layer. And set up this camera so you guys can watch it too. Not that you can really see much from this angle. The as things go on, I will eventually put a camera over here on a tripod. I might use my GoPro, because my GoPro has HDMI out. Oh, I gotta go up. Fine tuning. Up, up, up. Yeah, you can see how the spool just very gently unwinds. Okay. So that's that. So now we attach the wheels on. Make sure these are nice and clean. Oops, some of it oozed out a bit. We got a little bit of ooze. A little bit of ooze. Come on, Ivan. There we go. Okay. So, actually, I think we attach this first. So, here's our body. And then I think this just attaches like this. And then that, and then that goes through. M310 countersunk. Do I have countersunk M? I ordered a bunch of countersunk M3s because this apparently does need countersunk M3s. So my current stock of countersunk M3s is a little bit of a mess, so I ordered fresh stuff because why not? That goes countersunk and an M3 nut. Okay, so it just goes through with a nut. So this is something that if I end up making something with this, I will definitely change the design to use heat sets, because we love heat sets. And lining up M3 nuts over random flat pieces where you don't have access to get your fingies in there is kind of annoying. Which is why I'm doing this now, because this way I know what I'm doing when I go to film the video. Big brain. Overhead. Where is a pair of pliers? Tube. Jeez. Okay, there's that. Okay, that's that. Do the same on this side. There we go. Probably should have checked to make sure these motors work before I do this, but I trust them. Okay, so, ooh, look at that go. Let me double check. double check, make sure we're good. I don't know why the first layers on this are always a little, even after I fiddle with it, they like to stick. Then again, I'd rather the first layer be a little smushed than a little not smushed. I think I'm just overflowing the brim and I haven't actually corrected it. Okay, so do that, use M310 countersunk, use this bolt through the top hole body tighten. Next, take the assembled drive wheel and attach that with the screw. Okay, so if we're looking at it, the left side is the one where I glued on this and then I attached that first. Will I remember that? Probably not, but that goes there. And that attaches that. There we go. Yeah, these are Michael Badley files. The dude, like, honestly, is probably, like, when it comes to Patreons, this is probably, like, the most bang for your buck Patreon I've ever joined. For $5, you have, like, access to 20-something gigs of files. It's insane how many files there are. Okay. So there's the drive wheels. Okay. Attach that, then take the RL main AB and fit these onto the assembly. You'll need an M325 countersunk bolt and M3 and that. Next, take the other wheel and push the bearings into it. Okay, so let me grab these bearings, 623s. Did I put them in the mist bearings or, yeah, put them in here. So. I mean, this is a pretty simple. Okay. Okay, so that goes like that. These are our TPU tank treads. So that will go like that. Goes in there. Where's this back one? Is it just... You need M325 countersunk bolt and M3... Okay, so M325, which are... Mana. Three... That ain't long enough. Do I have ones that are long enough? I might not have ones that are long enough. I may have to use non-countersunk ones. Oh no. That's a lot of pushing. That is a lot of pushing to make that fit. Because that will go through there. Yeah, so we're going to have to make this work. So we'll do a little bit at a time. We'll do a little bit at a time. 320s. That goes there. Oh, these are offset. Okay, these only go a certain way. Does this only go a certain way? Am I looking at this the right way? Is the tank tread offset? The tank tread is offset. Oh. Okay. Is the tank tread offset, or am I just crazy? I don't think it is. I think I'm just crazy. But being crazy is good. Put the belts on after. Okay. That makes it a lot easier. Hey, buddy. Miss T-Nut. You put the belts on after? Okay. So let's do this. But yeah, I made turkey for Thanksgiving yesterday. And right now my house, I'm making turkey stock. So I have a bunch of leftover turkey in the stock pot. And, oh my God, it smells delicious. My house smells so dang good right now. Like, it's insane how good my house smells right now. Mr. Badley. Michael Badley. So these ones we're gonna have to like put a nut on it and lock it, I think. I mean, I could probably put a lock nut, but I don't know where I put the tweezers. Where did I put my tweezers? Where? There we go. Okay. And then we need another nut over here. This guy. There we go. Okay. So now, do the other side. Yep. So this is why I don't like doing videos first. Like figuring out everything. It's like, see, that's why I like doing stuff when I have an audience. Find it easier to sort stuff out, especially when you have a problem. When you have people in the audience who are willing to help. Be like, hey dog, putting that shit together backwards. Be like, oh, thank you, kind audience member. What if you want in from goodly people? Oh wait, I did this backwards. This one's backwards. Shoot. Of course I did it backwards. Don't forget, at the end of the stream, we're going to be giving away some filament from POLYMAKER. We got a nice, delicious spool of the, you can get that nice, delicious printer chow. Get some of that ASA CF08. I wish they sell that stuff in 1 kilogram spools. I picked some up. I got some 8 kilograms of it, or correction, I got a 3 kilogram spool and then a bunch of 0.5s. And I got a feeling I'm gonna like it. I've done a couple test prints with it. On Friday, we're gonna be printing stuff for the stealth changer with it. And I really like that filament. I don't know why they bothered with T-nuts. Like, I kind of know why they went with square nuts in a few spots. But it's like, could have just done hex nuts everywhere. Would have saved a lot of hassle. How about Boron Red ABS Pro? Ooh. The only thing I don't like is when companies come out with like ABS Pro, ABS Plus, PLA Max, whatever. It's like, you don't really know what you're getting. Okay. So now, put the tank treads on, I guess. There's one. There's the other. So hopefully... Hopefully there's enough torque in the servos to make this move. Those are tight. There we go. Okay. How's the print coming? We might be a little on the oozy side. Oh well. We'll see. Okay. So now, brown is down. Brown is down. Right? Yeah, brown is down. Brown is down. Okay. Got our battery. Batteria. You're just gonna go there. Hopefully we got no sparks. Probably turn the controller on. Okay. Does not want to move. I got a feeling this is just way too tight. Because you want to... Yeah, I got a feeling it's way too tight. Frequency. I mean, I just got a feeling it's too tight. Yeah, take the tracks off, yeah. Oh yeah, those are way too tight. Okay. Let me go get the other tracks that I printed in a different TPU. Let me grab these tracks. Where are they? This guy. This guy. Because maybe I printed them either too stiff. Because I printed them with 3 walls. If you tighten the pulleys, no, the pulleys spin freely. Pulleys spin freely in the front. Pulleys spin freely in the front. I just got a feeling it's too tight. Okay, these ones feel a lot better. So I'm wondering if I should print them with... Yeah, they're just too tight. Yeah. Let's hopefully unplugging a servo while it's hot doesn't do any damage. Where's my heat gun? Let's do a little heat gun here. There's no tension adjustment in these. So, I guess we're just gonna. Okay, those definitely go on a lot easier now. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, grab some zip ties. By zip ties, I mean Velcro ties. So yeah, just hit it with a heat gun. I'm going to hit these ones right now. It's fun watching the spiders run away when I do that. Yeah, so you're going to want to use like the flexiest TPU you got, or just hit it with a heat gun after. Okay. Okay, so how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? This actually worked out pretty good. So that right one keeps sticking. Okay, let me swap out the treads. Let me try a different set of treads. Let's try the other treads. See if the blue treads, because it doesn't help these treads have a layer shift on them. Doesn't help these treads have a layer shift. There we go. Where'd I put the controller? Over here. Okay, go! I mean, they're low power servos, right? So it's not like you're gonna get crazy speed out of here. But I mean, it is such a dumb little fun thing. I love it. Apparently I still got pretty good battery too. So we got a little bit of stick drift. A little bit of stick drift going on there. Where's the other? How fast it can go? Not that fast. These are servos. These are like little servos. Why are you still going? Turn off. Like these aren't super fast at all. Like they're F90 FS90R continuous servos. There's your motor. There ain't much to it. I'm gonna heat these up a little bit more. Let's see, can I put a stretch on them? I want to put a little bit of a stretch on them. Get a hook somewhere. A hook. Where'd all my clamps go? How do I go from having a ton of clamps to not having clamps to now having no clamps? I mean, There we go. Hopefully, wait on that. Right. Heat gun. There we go. There we go. So that is pretty cool. So that was a very, very simple build. Okay. Small clamps. I had a whole bunch of them and I don't know where they put them all. I'm surprised how well that worked. Like, yeah, it's got some issues. Like the fact that got no grip when you do that. I mean, it's got some torque. But the cool thing is, if you think about it, we have this whole little area where we could put something at. So I'm going to reprint the wheels at like 103% scale, I think. And I'm going to print with less walls. Filament, unload. Produce a slicer. When am I coming back to Varmo? Bondtech misses you. I would love to go back to Sweden and actually visit Sweden instead of just go to like Hamburger Hill. if you've been to Bondtech, their new location, you know what Hamburger Hill is. That's basically my entire experience with visiting them was Hamburger Hill. Okay, let's do 2 walls, 3 top, 3 bottom, no infill, and let's scale it. Where's scale? Let's do 103, I think. And I'll do. So this should be a little bit more flexible. Nice. Oh wait, no, that's PET G. TPU 95A. Okay. Okay, so you're unloaded. Load you in there. Flex. There we go. Is Clint there? I don't. Okay, who was there when I went? I visited Bonte. It was me, Grant, and Vector 3D. And then there's some other people that showed up, but purge more. I don't know if it's purging. Purge more. Oh no, it's grabbing it. Filament is going somewhere. Purge more. I'm wondering if it didn't grab it the first bit. Purge more. Filament is going in, but I don't know where it's going. Purge more. Please tell me there's filament actually going into this thing and I'm not just, you know... Oh, here we go. Now it's actually purging. Yes. There we go. Okay. So, slice now, print now. So this will be good. So now I have a pre-assembled drivetrain. I can test the fitment of everything before I do the final build with the final parts. So that'll be nice. Send to connect. Gold. And confirm. Go! Grab the file through the air to the printer. And we're good. That's a great camera view. Let me go pick the thing up off the ground. Hello, random water bottle that is rolling across my floor. I'm having turkey for dinner. Turkey soup. Making Nami turkey soup. Okay, that first layer is looking really good. Okay, so it's the brim is just being over extruded. Because my first layer is freaking butter. So let me go into the settings here. We go in here. Is there a brim flow multiplier? Skirt brim width. Quality. Is there a brim flow multiplier? Brim width. Oh, what is that noise? I'm hearing ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Oh, that's the Prusa. I'm hearing a banging and I'm like, what's going on? It's the Prusa homing. Yeah. Oh, I think my belt's too tight on this when we rebuilt it because it's been not homing correctly. You know, it has been. You just tell it to just home. Why run a brim? It's a very simple equation. It's called insurance. Okay, adding a brim to a day-and-a-half long print adds what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes if it's a big brim. And it basically is just insurance for part warping. Okay, it gives you a little bit of extra grip to the bed. It costs you, in the grand scheme of things, adding a brim to something that is going to be 1.3 kilograms of a plastic that costs $100 for 3 kilograms. So you're looking at like $40 of material. You're also looking at, you know, the time, the energy. It costs nothing, and it's extra insurance. It's like I over smush my first layer. I smush my first layer. I usually over smush my first layer because I'd rather it stick a little too good to the bed than it not stick to the bed. It's insurance. When you're printing, you know, this was a 1-day, 18-hour print. Okay, it's 2.5 kilograms of filament. This part right here is $100. Okay, that's just material cost. Okay, this is, you know, let's pull it up right now. Let's pull it up right now. POLYMAKER, POLYMAKER, CF-G. Oop, wrong button. Okay, I gotta play with the belts on here. This belt is way too tight. So, this is what I fed it. Hey, it's on sale. Buy some now. Link in the video description. Affiliate link doesn't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. So yeah. When you're printing that much, You know what? I did print with a brim. You know what you do when you're done printing with a brim? You grab this little guy. It's called a deburring tool. It's meant for metal. Works really good on plastic. It costs like 10 bucks. And you just go whoop, and you're done. So it's insurance. It's insurance. Have you looked at price of the trash can? I know, that's why I printed this. Try taking the tension. Okay, yeah. What's the quickest way I can adjust belt tension on here? I think it's that little guy back there. Sound like you. Where is my? I think my oh yeah, my belts are too tight. So I'll just undo you a little bit. We'll undo you a little bit. Undo you a little bit. Undo you a little bit. Let you come back in a bit. The joy of, you know, just kind of eyeballing tension and just sending it. Don't think I can get into there. Fix that one. LTTstore.com screwdriver. Where'd you go? My belts are way too tight. There we go. Retry. Very finicky. Okay, so let's see these now. Resume. There we go. Let's try these now that I've stretched them. Still rubbing a bit, but it's not too bad. Okay, there's that, there's that. Power it up. You go there. I love dealing with a giant mass of wires. Who needs cable management? We don't need no stinking cable management. Who is this cable and his management? You don't know what he's talking about. Oh, geez, I got it twisted. There we go. There we go. That goes that way. Power connector on top. Stick you in there. Stick you in there. So here's the fun thing. What is the smallest thing that I can put on here that I can actively shoot at other things. Because what I would love to do with something this big, okay, we're gonna reprint the wheels, and we'll get the belt tension going so it actually works right. But what I would love to do, who remembers that? I should put this in an oven and just let it stretch for a bit. I'm just gonna leave it for a bit, let it stretch. DOS tank game. Who remembers that tank game? Was it Scorched Earth? No, not that. It had vector graphics. Battlezone. Battlezone. That's what it was. So, who remembers this game on DOS? Okay. So, you could play 2-player or single player. So, here's my grand idea, okay? Because I would like to start going to 3D printing events and actually doing stuff instead of just recording videos. I want to actually have things to do. And one of the ideas is have little, very cheap, easy to make tanks like this, okay? These servos, what is it? Amazon. Let's go to Amazon.com so we can get a more realistic price, because Amazon.ca. So we got FS90R. So you can get 5 of these servos. So these servos are $5 each. Okay. Uh, 4.8 volt. The battery and charger is $12. So $25 gets you 5 servos. That any controller, you know, this is a Fly Sky. So yeah, okay, $60 for this. There are even cheaper things, okay? So, and then you put like a cheap FPV camera on it, and then you get like the really, the really cheapy, what are these? E-Machine, whatever they are, that I've had to like rip the battery out and rebuild. But you get like your little E-Machines, right? Right, box goggles. So you get 2 of these, and then you build like a little city out of cardboard boxes in a little like 5x5 area. And you just go around shooting each other with little tanks. Yeah, if you already have a Death Racer, it's literally another receiver. That's it. And these receivers are dirt cheap. There's like no programming at all. So all you would need is need one more servo for the turret to rotate. So that way you can do drive-bys, because, you want to do drive-bys. So you would just have one more servo, and then maybe one regular, and then we got to figure out how to fire. How do you fire using just a basic controller like this? Because you could have like, driving is all on one stick, right? So driving is all one stick. And then you have a servo for rotate turret, and then fire would just be forward. So you would need something for fire. So that would be drive and fire. Because I would love it to be cheap. Cheap, very common hardware, nothing fancy. That's the whole idea. Cheap, nothing fancy, common hardware. So that would be the idea. Yeah, this switch has a spring return. So this is the one I'm using for driving. And then this one would be fire. Or fire or something, I don't know. But you know what I mean. Does it? Well, these have switches. You could have a switch. You could have a switch for fire. Right? Like fire. But they're not momentary switches. They're not momentary switches on this. You have trim. And then you got these. But there's no momentary switches on here. IR blaster. No, I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible. Cheap as possible. And everyone who goes to these 3D printing events probably already has one of these for death racers. So. IR repeater transmitter kit. Yeah, you could do IR. You could do IR. I would rather do gel blasters though. And then have like a target that like if it like kind of like the rocket, kind of like how the death racers, you knock the head off, it kills it. It would be kind of cool to have like a kill switch on it that you have to hit with like, you know, one of these gel blasters. So that when you hit it, it kills power. And then you could have multiple of them in an arena. It just, how would you make, well, the head would be easy. You would just have to have something sitting on it with like a contact in the moment it does that. Oh, we can't do projectiles. That's right. A lot of events can't do projectiles. You can't do projectiles. That's right. A lot of events, you can't do projectiles. Shoot. Shoot. Because even the gel blasters, I think, is too much. Like, I think 3D Printopia, you can. Yeah, IR you'd have to do indoors. Yeah. I mean, you could just buy, like, how accurate is... The problem is, though, any IR, it has to be... The cone can't be too big. It's got to be pretty directed. It's got to be pretty directed. You can't just have, like, a giant, like... Because I think the VR, even the VR stuff, the projectile goes out pretty... Because gel blasters would be cool, right? Just get some gel blasters, strip them down to just the basic. Just the... But then how would you... Then if you have the turret spinning too, then you need to add a slip ring. Like, you could do the turret with just a regular servo and just have it do like that, but you want to be able to do drive-bys. Paintball tanks. That's too big. I'm trying to keep it small. Like, look how big it is. Oops, sorry. Look how big it is. Like, it's, you know, not that big. This is something, this is the kind of stuff I save for the Twitch streams, by the way. We're going to be doing this on the Twitch stream, this kind of faffing about. I don't even know why they put a hole there. There's nothing to screw into. Compress there. I'm just trying to think of something that you can use that would work. I'm just trying to think. Anyways, how's the printer printing? Ah, the printer's printingly. On chariots and Roman time. I think some of the death racers do have that now. The infill is not connecting to the wall. And that's got me a little... I don't know, it is connecting. It is connecting. Yeah, the infill is connecting. It's just that first layer wasn't. Yeah, because the first layer is one wall. Ooh, wrong button. Infill overlap percentage. I want to do a little bit more overlap. Overlap. Do a little bit more. Oh, come on. Come on, Orca. Don't crash on me. Got mini Nerf blaster. It would have to be something small, can do multiple shots, and it needs to be able to activate something when it hits. Because it has to be able to, like, you'd have to be able to get a couple shots in. And then it has to be able to disable. So, like, you could just put, like, a big flag in the back, and if you hit the flag, it just, that's it. Laser tag. The question I'm worried about with laser tag is the cone. Because, like, do we know laser tag? It's like, I'm just looking at the hardware. Like, what is the minimum viable product hardware-wise for, yeah, see that? We're trying to keep it cheap. We're trying to keep it cheap. The idea is for this to be as cheap as possible. Incendiary rounds? No, we're not doing Dragon's Breath. It would be fun. Dang it, that would be fun. We'll just wait. There we go. Fire. Dang it. What am I going to do with this guy now? The lighting makes it look so much worse than it is. Like, the lighting hitting the brim makes it look so much worse than it is, but it's not. Although I did kind of screw up, and there's infill in some holes that I'm gonna have to clear out. Goodness. Yeah, like, see right there, it looks like there's a big gap. There's no gap there. It just, the way the lighting is hitting the infill versus the lighting hitting the walls makes it look like there's a massive gap there, and there isn't. Airsoft target. I'm trying to avoid, I personally would have no problem using like airsoft or something, but if it's airsoft, it has to be something that's completely automatic, right? Like, I mean, by automatic, I mean like, no, you're not cocking an action or something. So it's got to be like CO2, which I don't want to deal with CO2. I'm trying to think of just the minimum viable product of, you have two of these in a little arena and they are able to pew pew each other somehow, right? Because my original idea was to do like gel blasters, right? Just buy two cheap gel blasters and strip them down, but that might be a little too big for this. So it's like, okay, what do we do now? Also, these are way too tight, so we're gonna pull these off. So hopefully the bigger ones will work better. Because a lot of events do not allow projectiles. Cheap and functional. I know, that's why I'm trying to think minimum viable product. Because we do have a decent amount of room to work with. Like, I can always, you know, this assembly is functionally fine, although I'd put heat sets in it. But what I would do is just have a bigger body so that we could fit stuff in it a little bit better in terms of cable management and whatnot. But there's room to put stuff on top, like turd on top or something. So there is room to make this a thing. Because we will have our battle zone. We will have our battle zone. Tube with 3D printed discs and a rotating roller on the bottom. Firing releases the disc from the roller and fires. Airsoft electronic pistols are cheap and small. Airsoft AEP. Okay, here's the question. Are those legal in Canada? Soft AEP. Is this it right here? None of these are in stock. What is an AEP? Silly string? Silly string would work. They have IR kits for RC tanks from Tamiya. Ooh. Oh, that's coming from a Japan. IR. Do you have a link to that? If you have a link to that, post it in the Discord. I don't see anything. I'll watch the printer print printingly. Watch the spool of filament get unraveled as it moves across. Watch, wait for the spool to spin, wait for the spool to spin. Wait. It's finishing up and oh, it's doing infill. It's gonna be a while. Yeah, it's doing infill. By the way, if you're wondering, we are flow capped to like due to speed because I'm using basically the stock Voron profile. We're running about 30 millimeters cubed right now of flow. So if you're wondering what we're getting for flow, about 30 millimeters cubed. Yeah, what's the setting if I want to ensure that the solid infill is touching the walls better? Because it's like just barely touching. I think I have my flow a little too dialed in. That's the infill overlap percentage, right? Yeah, it's overlap. Yeah, I bumped it up. You know what? We'll go right to 40%. I'd rather it bleed through. Because I have my PA tuned really well. Like, the actual top surface of the solid infill is freaking paper. It's like butter. Okay? But it's like, it's not quite making it, like, it's not really mushing into that wall section. It's kind of like going like, and not into it. I mean, it's only the top of the R2. It's not like it's a mission critical part. Then again, it's the same settings I had for the dome, and the dome turned out fine, so. Once you start slapping on infill, it'll all lock together anyways. And you dropped a link in the Discord. Okay, check. Don't forget, if you haven't yet, we are going to be doing a giveaway at the end of stream at 5 o'clock. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, that image. Okay, let me check this. Ooh, the panda cat. Yeah, I got to print this. I got to print this. This is how you raise and lower the feet. Use this tool instead of doing it by hand. Okay, here we go. IR tank battle system. $170. That defeats the purpose. This defeats the purpose. Good idea though. Good idea though. But that kind of defeats the purpose, unfortunately. It's cool though. The fact that it actually has like, it can detect hits from different sizes. That would actually be, this is something like if I was into this, this would be awesome. But yeah, $170 plus shipping, taxes, and duties. Yeah, no. Fucking Maker World. People wonder why I don't like Maker World. Maybe if you didn't, you know, set up your entire site to be so easily, you didn't monetize the heck out of your site and incentivize people to scam and fraudulently collect points so that you can bump up your user metrics, people wouldn't do it as so much. But no, you did, and now you got to deal with the repercussions of reaping what you sowed there. Laser pointer and a photodiode. Laser pointer and a photodiode. Would that work? I mean, a laser pointer would work. A photodiode would work. How would you fire the... You'd have to have some sort of... Because these put out a PWM signal, I believe. Yeah, it's a PWM signal. So you would have to convert a PWM signal to a momentary like on-off. So fire, 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 fire. Control a tiny relay. Yeah. And then you would just, the screen, the camera would be detached. The camera is its own thing, so you don't got to worry about that. Laser tag. We're just trying to think of how we can make these little guys fight. These little tanks fight. Like what would be the most cost-effective way. What is the most cost-effective way to make a battle tank? She has a sticky hand. I'll just put a giant spring catapult on it. Can you get like the hardware laser tag kit? Laser tag kit. Like you could just buy, you know, hit up the Costco and buy a cheap laser tag kit. And just gut it for the electronics. The thing that I worry about with the laser tag is how big is the, like the receiver is kind of big. Like that's as big as the tank, right? The actual receiver. That's the problem. Water gun and a servo. Yeah, just fry your opponent. Bluetooth gamepad and a Pi Pico and abandon the FPV thingy. Well, what do you mean FPV thingy? The only reason I want to do FPV so you have to wear goggles so you only see what the tank sees, right? That's the whole point. That way you can get the jump on people, right? You can sneak up behind people because if you're both standing side by side, you could see where each other is, right? The whole point is you only see what the tank sees. We're trying to make battle zone. Okay, for the boomers in my audience, we're trying to make battle zone. Okay, you wear this, you play this, and you drive your little RC tank around and you try to destroy the enemy. That is the idea. because considering like the range is like literally 20 feet at most, you can just buy one of these, you know, 200 milliwatt FPV cameras. All you got to do is feed it 5 volts and it'll output on channel 1 to 8. So it's stupid simple to set this up, right? Oh yeah, the video is its own thing. The video just transmits. You feed this guy 5 volts and it'll just transmit a signal. That's it. You might want to put a fan on it, but you just feed it 5 volts, it'll transmit a video signal, and then you pick it up with the radio goggles. It's analog. It's analog, so you get the fuzzies. So if you don't know what you would see, let me pull up network drive, tower, 3D. I think I have a folder with RC stuff. View. Large icons. So I think some of these are analog. Yeah. So this is me flying around a tiny whoop at a park in crazy high winds. So this is basically what you would see. Okay. It was crazy windy this day. So you have, it's just analog, right? So this is a Mobula 7. And it was like stupid windy. So you can see how fast it goes when I fly with the wind. So it's kind of funny when you watch the video playback, it doesn't look this bad when you're actually flying. It doesn't actually look this bad when you fly. Because you're wearing the goggles are right on you. The analog artifacting, the analog to digital conversion isn't as bad when you're watching it live. So I love taking my little tiny whoop to the park. It's like the best place to fly it around because it's like, it's pretty much like a cool little, it's a playground. There's all kinds of cool stuff to fly into or fly through. Try not to fly into stuff, but it's a playground. And this has like a 400 milliwatt transmitter, so it's not crazy. I have flown this drone out like a couple hundred meters, which is kind of a lot for a little itty bitty drone on like 2S. Actually, this might be 1S. Actually, no, it is 2S. It's 2S, I think. It is hilarious. Oh, yeah, I hit crash. Are we good? We're good. We're good. The joys with little drones, they don't weigh anything. So when you crash them, there's like no momentum, right? There's no, you know, speed times velocity and all that. So because it's a tiny drone, there's no, doesn't hit anything. It just bounces. I think this is my 3-inch. Yeah, this is my 3-inch. I think this was like the 3rd time I ever flew it too. So I was like all paranoid because this one, if you do crash it, it is a carbon fiber frame. So if you do crash it, it does get all effed up. And I did end up blowing this frame up. Like, this is the kind of flying I do. I just go to a big open field and just bomb around or fly in a park. But it's analog, right? So it's an analog video signal. So there's no latency. And you just kind of just fly around. Can't remember if this is the one where I found some geese. No, this isn't the one where I found some geese. There's one where I flew near a flock of geese. I'm trying to find it. I think this is the one where I found the geese. Oh, it's one of these. Yeah, sub 250 drones are fun because you can just kind of dick around with them. They don't. Oh yeah, there's some kids flying around, or there used to be a little motorbike thing a bunch of kids set up. Like this flickering, you don't really notice it when you're actually flying. So. Did they print the frame? No, it's carbon fiber, like, cut. Printing frames is surprisingly not as common as you would think. It's kind of... It's the layer lines. The layer line issue makes it not really viable. Put it this way. If you crash a carbon fiber frame, you might be able to recover. If you crash a 3D printed frame, you're done. Oh yeah, here we go. What is this one? I was flying around, this was like 2 years ago, and I kept hearing the geese because they were migrating. And I'm like, okay, where are those guys? Because they were bugging me. It's like, ah, there they are. Oop. I didn't want to get too close to them because I didn't want to bug them, but like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, it's fun. The only thing is, it's like you charge up all your batteries, you go out, you fly, because the batteries only last like anywhere from like, depending on how hard you're pushing it, anywhere from like 3 to 5 minutes. And it's like you bring 5 batteries, so you drive all the way out, you fly for like 25 minutes, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. All my batteries are dead. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, we're gonna be doing the giveaway in like 5 minutes. We'll do 5 minutes because I want to end the stream at 5 because I have a stock pot full of turkey bones and vegetables and all kinds of tasty stuff that's been brewing on my stove all day, and I'm making turkey soup for dinner, and I'm freaking hungry. So my house smells so damn good. I could smell it in my garage. So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. The buzz is a little. Yeah. That was. Oh yeah. This is looking good. This is looking so dang good. We're doing infill now, and it's still boogers. Still got some boogers. Oh well. It is what it is. Yeah. Infill, although less boogers than last time, so. Always miss the giveaway. Cool, we'll do the giveaway at 450 today. What's the infill pattern? My infill pattern of choice depends on the print I'm doing. If it's a low infill percentage, I like gyroid. If it's a high infill percentage, I will either use cubic or grid. I'm using cubic in this case because I want the infill. I'm doing only 3 walls at 0.6 nozzle. So the walls are 1.8 millimeters thick and it's 20% infill. So I'm doing cubic so that they don't like just do straight lines up and down. I want a bit of a crisscross because we're doing, you know, infill on walls. So I want it to not be like a homogeneous, like all, I want like a good chance of like supporting everything just in case, right? Like I don't want like potential weak points. You know, there's a lot of walls that are just thin, but I'm trying to avoid potential weak points. So. Do I say gyroscope or gyroscope? I say gyroscope. It's gyroscope. Do you say tomato or tomato? I say tomato. Potato, tomato, who cares? I will say this is pretty fetch. Super fetch. Saw the spider. What spider? What spider? What spider? What spider? Was it on the floor? There are so many spiders in my garage. What are we printing right now? We are printing the upper dome section of an astromech droid. Okay. So I also have to print the lower and the center. So we sprayed the house for spiders, but they all ran into my garage or my cars. Like mine and my wife's cars were infested with spiders after they sprayed the house. Plus it's starting to get cold out, so they're moving inside. And the last time we sprayed the house was a couple months ago, so. All the spiders outside are moving inside. So yeah, so these are the bottom section, the upper section, and the middle section for an astromech. We've already printed the dome. Scratch the heck out of that plexiglass. We've already printed our dome. So beep boop boop beep boop, beep boop boop beep 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 boop beep boop. I can't do R2 noises. But yeah, although I do have the files for the noises. Let me pull it up here. So yeah, so we've already printed the dome. 2.5 kilograms of carbon fiber PET G. Oh, you guys are gonna love the streams where we do nothing but sand and Bondo. We'll do that on Twitch. I won't subject you guys to it. It's an R6. We're not doing an R5. We're doing an R6. If you want to know the differences, there it is. Ooh, wrong button. Over here. So these are all the different models. R5, if you don't know what an R5 is, that's the one with the bad motivator. Okay, so you got your R2. Everyone and their grandma has done R2s. I don't know where R3 is. I don't think there is an R3. So R2, you know R2. R4 is just, look at that dude. R5 I like the look of the R5. Because one, it's not a dome. Sanding a dome sucks. So it's a little bit more flatter. So yeah. And then this is the body that I'm printing. Right now you can see it's multiple parts. So essentially all the bodies are the same. You do a little customization and then you just swap out the head. R5 looks like a Doctor Who reject. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Like, look at that goober. That one looks nice. That does look nice. So yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, the sounds. Let me see if I can find the folder. Bro, shoot, I ran too long. We're gonna be doing the giveaway in a second. So. Yeah. So I have a file here that is all the noises. And some nerd probably like pulled out all these audio files. Yeah. Oh shoot, that's a DMCA. Oh, that's a DMCA. So yeah. I think that's an image. What is that? Oh, it's just Star Wars. So yeah. How do you know it's a D? Because it's Star Wars music and I'm on YouTube. That's a quick way to get demonetized, or at least not make any ad revenue on this video. Okay, let's do the giveaway. If you did not enter, you will have another chance on the Friday stream. Video this weekend should be the Tito droid. So I'm reprinting some stuff right now to make sure it's all good. That's why we tested it today. So we'll be building that droid on the weekend. So let's do this. So 1 second here, published, no more entries, save, copy that, names. Doctor Who is One Piece for British people. And One Piece is Doctor Who for Japanese people. I said it. For the color scheme, I don't know. For the dome will be silver with accent color. And then for the body, I don't know if I'm going to do white and red or black and red. My Mando is black and silver, so I might do something like that to pair it with my Mando. Because I've done a Mando suit, right? I'll show you after this. I've done a Mando suit. So I have a Mandalorian suit. So the droid is going to be my partner. That's kind of the idea. Random bots. It was 248. Can't remember. 247. Okay, so random 247. Go. Black and red. The thing is, I try to avoid doing stuff that like a lot of other people have done, especially with like cosplay. It's like the reason I went with a heavy Mando suit instead of like a generic, you know, Jin, whatever his name is, Mando, is because like everyone else has done it a million times. I'm like, I want to be slightly different. Okay. How this works is if you win, you get a spool of filament from POLYMAKER, but if I pick your ball and you win, you also get a free hat. This person right here can use a free hat. Lost Ink. If you win, you get a free hat. Good luck. Remember, exclamation mark zoom zoom makes your ball go faster. Exclamation mark gullible makes your ball go faster. And if you like the smash button and are subscribed to the channel and ring the bell, that will make your ball go faster. It's quite simple. Oh, and if you're really cool and you gift some memberships, I'm not going to say it's going to improve your chances of winning, but I'm not going to say it's not going to improve your chances of not winning, potentially, maybe. Who knows? Universe works in mysterious ways. Everyone keeps crashing into the tires. Go, Josh. It's up to you. It's up to you, Josh. You got this. You got this. You hit the tire. You hit the tire, Josh. You ruined it. I believed in you. I'll never believe in you again. Ooh. Who's in the lead? Who's in the lead? Oh, you hit the tires. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? James Kerbal is in the lead. Oh, Shaka. Oh, Lost Ink was in the lead for a second there. Alexander B. Wow, that was a... Who's holding up the line? Andy Miller. Come on, Andy. Come on, Andy. We're waiting on you. I want to see what the breakdown is because everyone piled in there at the last second. Okay. So congratulations, Alexander B56. Oh, geez. Look at those splits. Oh, my God. Where's Lost Ink? Because he was in the... They were in the lead for a split second. Okay. So Alexander B. There you are. Okay, so Alexander, you will get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from POLYMAKER. Congratulations. I recommend get the ASA CF08. That's just pretty good. Although it kind of sucks that it's only available in 0.8 or 0.5 kilograms or 3 kilogram spools. So. Is there a prize for last place? You know what? I normally don't do it, but today I will continue not doing it. Okay. So we're going to call it there. Give a shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of filament this week and every week. Links for them and more in the video description. Check out some of the links, some of them, like the Gamer Subs link. I don't have a link for Luke's Lab down there yet. I got to get one set up for Luke's Lab. I have the link, but use code Canuck with Luke's Lab, save some money as well. Gamer Subs, save some money. Some others, save some money, use code Canuck. Others, it's just an affiliate link, costs you nothing, go a long way in supporting the channel. And I just got another email from some AI company into the spam box. And for those that donate to the channel, give to memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create without your continued support. You make it all possible. It is Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you in the future. Good night.